You'd be nothing without me. My husband said those words at our 50th anniversary dinner, in front of our children, in front of our grandchildren, in front of 30 guests who had come to celebrate our perfect marriage. He raised his glass and smiled. Everything Gloria achieved, the business, the house, the respect in this community, it was all because I gave her the opportunity. Behind every successful woman is a man who made it possible. Everyone laughed. Everyone clapped. My son nodded in agreement. And I sat there smiling, saying nothing, just like I had for 50 years. But 2 weeks later, an envelope arrived and everything changed. Inside was the truth my husband had been hiding for 47 years. And when I read it, I finally found my voice. My name is Gloria. I'm 90 years old. And for 50 years, I believed I owed everything to my husband. I met Harold in 1957. I was 22. A secretary at a small accounting firm. He was 30, a junior partner with ambitions, handsome, confident, the kind of man who walked into a room and everyone noticed. He noticed me too. You're too smart to be filing papers, he said one day. You should be running this place. No one had ever said anything like that to me. In 1957, women didn't run businesses. Women made coffee and took notes and smiled when men talked. We got married 6 months later. And Harold made me a promise. I'm going to start my own firm, he said, and you're going to help me build it. We'll be partners, 50-50. I believed him. I was young. I was in love. I had no idea what was coming. We started the business in 1960. Harold and Associates, his name, his title, his office at the front of the building. I worked in the back room. No title, no nameplate, just a desk piled with work that never ended. But here's what nobody knew. I did everything. I found the clients. I balanced the books. I solved the problems that kept Harold up at night. When he couldn't figure out a complicated tax case, I'd work on it until 2 a.m. In the morning, he'd present my solution to the client as if he'd thought of it himself. You're my secret weapon, he'd say, kissing my cheek, but we can't tell anyone. Clients won't trust a firm run by a woman. And I believed him, because it was 1960, because he was my husband, because I didn't know any better. Years passed, the business grew. Harold became a respected member of the community. He joined the Rotary Club. He played golf with bank presidents. He gave speeches at business dinners, and I stayed in the back room, working, building, making Harold look like a genius. By 1975, we had 15 employees and the largest accounting firm in the county. Harold was on the cover of the local business magazine. The article called him a self-made success story. I asked him once, just once, if we could put my name on the business. Harold and Gloria Associates, I suggested, or even just H&G, something that shows we're partners. He laughed, actually laughed. Gloria, sweetheart, you know I couldn't have done this without you. But business is about perception. Clients need to see a strong man in charge. That's just how the world works. But I do more than you, I said quietly. I always have. His face changed. The warmth disappeared. And for the first time, I saw something cold in his eyes. Everything you've done, he said slowly, you've done because I let you. I gave you this opportunity. I could have hired any secretary. I chose you. I married you. I taught you everything you know. Without me, you'd still be filing papers for $40 a week. I never asked again. For the next 45 years, I worked. I smiled. I accepted his version of our story. At every dinner party, every family gathering, every business event, Harold told people how he'd built me, how he'd made me, how everything I was, I owed to him. And I stayed silent, because after hearing something for 50 years, you start to believe it might be true. 2 weeks after our anniversary dinner, Harold had a stroke. He survived, but he couldn't work anymore, couldn't talk properly, couldn't manage his own affairs. Our son David took over the business. First thing he did was clean out Harold's office. That's when he found the envelope. It was hidden in the back of Harold's desk drawer, sealed, yellowed with age, addressed to me in handwriting I didn't recognize. David brought it to me that evening. Mom, I found this. It's got your name on it. Looks old. I opened it with trembling hands. Inside was a letter dated 1963 from Mr. Robert Chambers, the senior partner at the firm where Harold and I had first met. "Dear Gloria," the letter began, "I've tried to reach you several times, but your husband insists you're not interested. I find that hard to believe, given what I'm about to offer you." My heart started pounding. "As you know, I've been watching your work for years. The Henderson account, the Morrison restructuring, the Patterson audit. Harold presents these as his own, but I know the truth. I've seen your handwriting in the margins. I've noticed how Harold struggles when you're not there to guide him. I'm retiring next year, and I want to offer you a position as partner at my firm, full partnership, your name on the door, the salary and recognition you deserve. Please contact me at your earliest convenience." I read the letter 3 times. Then I read the date again. 1963. 47 years. This letter had been hidden from me for 47 years. Harold had stolen my opportunity, my recognition, my chance at a life where I didn't have to hide behind a man who took credit for everything I did. I went to the nursing home that night. Harold was in bed, half paralyzed, barely able to speak, but his eyes were sharp. He knew exactly what was happening. I held up the letter. 47 years, I said. "You hid this from me for 47 years. His mouth moved. A sound came out, garbled but recognizable. "For us." "No," I said. "For you. Everything was always for you." I sat down beside his bed, and for the first time in 50 years, I told him the truth. I built that business. Every major client we ever had, I brought them in. Every problem we ever solved, I solved it. Every late night, every breakthrough, every success, that was me. You just took the credit." His eyes filled with tears, whether from guilt or self-pity I couldn't tell, and I realized I didn't care. "You told everyone I was nothing without you, but the truth is, Harold, you were nothing without me, and now everyone is going to know." I walked out, and I never visited him again. Harold died 3 months later. I didn't speak at his funeral. But I did something else. I gathered our employees, our clients, our family, and I told them the truth about who really built Harold and Associates. I showed them the letter. I showed them the files from the early years, all in my handwriting. I showed them the contracts I'd negotiated, the solutions I'd created, the empire I'd built while Harold played golf and gave speeches. My son David was silent for a long time. Then he said, "Mom, I'm so sorry. I had no idea." "No one did," I said. "That was the point. Last year we changed the name of the company. It's called Gloria and Associates now. My name, my legacy. Finally. I'm 90 years old. I should have spoken up 50 years ago. I should have demanded recognition when I earned it. I should have left him the moment he hid that letter. But I didn't, and I can't change the past. I can only tell the truth now. If you're watching this and someone in your life takes credit for your work, listen to me. Don't wait 50 years. Don't wait for an envelope to arrive. Don't wait until they can't argue back. Speak now. Claim your work now. Put your name on your achievements now, because the person who says, "You're nothing without me," is always the one who's terrified you'll discover you're everything without them. I lost 50 years believing a lie. Don't make my mistake. If this story touched you, share it. Tell me your story, because the world is full of people whose names should have been on the door. I'm Gloria. I'm 90 years old, and my name is finally where it belongs.